So we all recall that recently President Cyril Ramaphosa had a meeting with 4,800 of these ANC councillors and mayors from all around the country. They all got summons to Nasrec, where the president and the leadership of the ANC were going to give them some motivation for the election. Everybody's starting to think towards the local government election, and some of the polls that has come out hasn't been too complimentary towards the ANC. So trying to get ahead of this, like any good leader, our president decided to get the people in the room and explain to them the importance of these elections for the ANC. After all, that's their product that they sell, is governance, and the people that are in the room get rewarded by getting positions. So quite clearly there was a mood amongst ANC leadership, and as we know, this led to the president going off script and literally, going off-road completely, engaging 4x4 and going for his life, which led to the famous sort of quote where he said, "We must admit that and take lessons, because according to the Auditor General, we can see that the DA governs better than the ANC does." And, he was speaking from the heart. You could see it was really sort of hurting him. And that's the sort of quote that's got the headlines, to say we should go and see what the DA is doing in the city of Cape Town. We must go and see what the DA is doing in Stellenbosch. He almost had to bite the words out. So I thought that it would be useful to look at this and analyze what he said, because there was immediate backlash, and a lot of people got up saying, "Hey, the president is campaigning for the DA, and this is terrible for the ANC, and so bad and so bad, and it was a misstep," and there's even talk of him getting fired by the party and all the usual sort of emotional stuff. But let's look at what else he had to say in that speech. He said, this is now the president, who's also leader of the ANC, president of the party as well as of the country. He said to the same people, the same 4,800 councillors in the room, understanding that he left out the part where leaders, i.e. the members of parliament and the senior leaders of the ANC, who have been in many cases already mentioned in the Zondo Commission, and may have even got foreign currency stuffed into couches which have subsequently disappeared. No mention about the behavior of the senior ANC management, but this was all about the riffraff, the staff that works for them. So he said to them, there is no room for self-enrichment and patronage. I don't know if you looked next to him up there on the stage, because there was Nomvula Mokonyane, or Mama Aston as she's called, because she drives a 3 million rand Aston Martin. She's been a public servant, Secretary General of the ANC, with an Aston Martin. Okay. I mean, the car's worth more than what she gets on paper, what she gets paid in a year, and then of course you've got to maintain the thing and still live on the other thing. He then said, too many of our municipalities fail to deliver even the most basic services, either due to incapacity or mismanagement. Officials who are meant to assist citizens are often not capable of addressing people's concerns. Sometimes even elected officials get involved in acts of corruption or criminal activities. This is the same president that moved a questionable minister from one ministry to another when he moved Thembi Simelane from the Minister of Justice to the Minister of Home Affairs, after she had to answer questions related to money that she got, one of those loans that you never have to pay back. He never mentioned his own business dealings, where you can apparently get money for stock you don't have to deliver, and then miraculously the SARS says, no, it's not really a transaction because you never sold them the imaginary cattle. They never came and collected them. Anyway, he then said the ANC will, not may or would like to, will produce capable, qualified candidates of impeccable moral standards. Now, I want to know, if the ANC is going to produce these people, why is it waiting until now? Like, put them out there. But anyway, what it really got me thinking was, okay, so he's made this speech and this whole thing, and the only thing of shock value is where he mentioned maybe we should look at the DA because they govern better. But the gist of his of his message was to say, just do a better job. And, we're gonna now get firm on this. So we went and had a look at some of his preceding speeches, and he usually saves his bollocking for the councillors at their January 8th celebratory, the anniversary thing, which they have every year. So let's have a look at what he had to say then. In 2018, he said, we need cadres who are committed to serve no other interest than the interest of the people, who seek no advantage for themselves and who safeguard public resources. This he said in 2018. And we know what's happened subsequent to 2018. So take it from whence it comes. In 2019, he said, we remain resolute in our efforts to stamp out deviant and abhorrent practices. Deviant and abhorrent practices. Well, since then, the local government landscape has deteriorated dramatically, and he's done nothing about it. In 2020, he was banging on about focusing on the capabilities, commitment, and integrity of councillors and local government officials. How's that working out for you, Cyril? 2021, deploying the most capable cadres to positions of responsibility, managing public resources ethically. 2021 was also the year of the local government elections, where the ANC lost their majority. And that was also when they lost the metros, the majority in the metros other than Mangaung and Buffalo City. And all of those places are running deficits. And in each case, there's been massive malfeasance. So what's he talking about? 2022, he said ANC had apparently put in place mechanisms to choose capable and fit-for-purpose cadres and senior office bearers. Fit-for-purpose cadres and office bearers. We have got a mayor in Johannesburg, Dada Marrero, who when he got crowned mayor said, don't expect me to do anything. So where are these competent people that you're going to, put inside? In 2024, he said, criminals, corrupt, careerists, and factionalists will find themselves outside of the ANC. Are you joking? Who's outside of the ANC? It seems like all of those criminals and corrupt careerists and factionalists are well inside the ANC. So I don't know what you're talking about. Your right-hand man, the deputy president, has got properties worth 70 million rand on a public servant salary. So what is he talking about? So what I'm saying is let's strip out the nice little thing of where he said the DA governs better. That's the only new thing. The rest is the same old rubbish of saying, we're going to do this, we're going to fire you if you do a bad job, we're only going to get good people. They're going to do nothing. The ANC are just going to go along and they're going to hope that voters fall for the line saying, we'll do better next time. I don't see it working. It didn't work then. I don't think it's going to work now. But it's always good fun to listen to Cyril saying how good they're going to be, and then they never are. So just putting a little bit of context into what he had to say. But thank you for joining us on the Political Insider. We'll always keep you up to date with what's going on, and we'll see you again soon. Hope you subscribe to the Political Insider. Thank you.